Hi everyone, I am wishing you new moon in Scorpio blessings, and I'm saying it specifically that way because this new moon is intense. Oh my goodness, I'm not feeling like happy new moon here. It's like, no, new moon blessings. It is definitely new moon blessings. But as far as happy, if you are feeling all the intensity and you're feeling all the feels, that is completely normal and in line with the energies of this season. It is absolutely immense what's happening today. Not only do we have this new moon, but it is making connections with Uranus and, of course, the Sun. And we're soon to re engage the Uranus and Saturn connection that's been actually unfolding all year, but we're going to have the great big culmination coming up in December. So it is a big energy. Before I get in and talk in more specifics, I just want to thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Every like, comment, and subscribe means so much to me. I can't tell you. I do a happy dance for each one. So, but I'm so glad you're joining me today because this is a very intense new moon, and it's a wonderful new moon for initiating something brand new. And with the connections to Uranus, Uranus is the change maker. Whenever anything bumps up to Uranus, it's like we have change that unfolds in our lives. And so somewhere in your life, there will be a very specific change that unfolds over the next month to 6 months to even the next 2 years. There will be a really big change that will happen because this is a big energy, and they are like so close, the moon, Uranus, and the sun. I mean, it is such a close, tight connection. So there will be a change that unfolds. And I think for a few of you, there's going to be some pretty big changes this month. And it's a wonderful change of like setting you free, opening up doors where maybe there have only been walls, and feeling like, basically prison doors opening. If you've been feeling really stuck in some areas, or you've been feeling like, you're just not making progress forward, expect this energy today to really spring you free. So I'm excited about it. I know it's intense, and if you're having all the feels right now, it can almost feel overwhelming, but go with it. Go with the flow. This is a watery new moon. Go with that flow of that water and just allow these things to unfold in your life. Allow things to go. If there's things that want to leave your life, let them go. If you have, a situation where it's just like you feel like you're kind of holding on to it and nursing it along, don't do it anymore. Just like let it go. Let that friendship go that is just draining you, or let, a certain project go that's just not filling you up anymore. And it feels like you're just having to, invest way too much energy. I really feel the energy too of sacred reciprocity. Really evaluate the areas of this time, of where you feel like you're giving and giving and giving and you're not really getting much back. Those are the areas you really need to check and go, okay, it is time. It is time to move forward in a new way and let those things go from your life. It's totally a wonderful supportive energy for that. So, and like I said, this is also initiating the very last connection we have between Saturn and Uranus, which has actually been going on all year. I think we had the exacts in February and June, and the last exact of their connection and meeting up and having a conversation in the skies is in December. So we are just like basically kind of like, this is the drum roll starting today of getting ready for that incredible energy. And it's an energy of removing the things in our lives that don't serve us. It's an energy of being able to initiate new things collectively as well as personally. So, if there's some things that come up over the next few weeks and you really want to make a big change, that's the energy, and it's totally supported, and you can follow your intuition through. This is a very intuitive moon. So really trust that, there's a powerful intuition coming through, and you can trust your inner knowing and go forward in that. So, all right, my dear ones, if you followed my channel for any length of time, I love to give a collective reading. And if you are tuning into this, even if it is not the Scorpio new moon, you are meant to watch this and you are meant to get a message from these cards that I pull next. So trust that. You're absolutely supposed to be here, and you can pick 1, 2, or 3. You can pick all 3. You can pick 2 of the cards. You can pick now. You can pick after I read the cards. Again, it's just a wonderful way to exercise your intuition and develop your intuition and just go, what's right for me? And just go forward with that confidently. So I'm going to use the lovely Somnia Tarot, which I just recently received. A couple of my friends have gotten it, and I think we're all just kind of blown away with the depth of the messages that are coming through and how powerful it is. I will give a content warning. It's a very intense deck, but I have a very dear friend, and she said that if decks had zodiac signs like we do, you know, born in the sign of whatever, this deck would be born in the sign of Scorpio, and I have to agree with her wholeheartedly and full-heartedly. It is very intense, but I thought, oh, how perfect for the Scorpio new moon and the intensity of, you know, Uranus being present in that. So I'm going to pull from that deck today, and we'll see what comes up, because some of the images can be a little bit of a lot, but I'm just giving you a fair warning right now. If that feels like something you're just not comfortable with and need to stop the video, that's completely fine. So, all right, without further ado, we will pull card number 1 for those of you that chose number 1. Give one more little shuffle here. All right, it's that card right there. All right, so for those of you that picked card 1, you have the Lovers, and you can see a really potent image here. He doesn't really use any faces in this deck, which I find is really curious, and it's really interesting to just kind of feel into the energies. So you have this couple joining hands as they stand before a ladder. So there's this feeling of connection and something, you know, coming into your life where you really resonate with something. I always interpret this card as like recognizing a part of yourself in something else, and you don't maybe even realize that it's part of you yet, but it's kind of like if you saw a sunset, or you saw, you know, or you meet with a really good friend and you just feel such a deep connection. Like you see that sunset and you're like, oh, that is so gorgeous. What it is doing is it's reflecting a piece of you. You feel such a deep connection because there's a part of you that's responding. Like attracts like, right? So you can sit there and go, oh, I admire this person so much. I wish I was like that. I wish I had these attributes. And what it's telling you is, yes, you do. You do have those things within you. They just need to be developed, and you need to reach in that direction. So what I'm going to offer to you is that there's going to be someone that you meet, or an opportunity that comes into your life in the next few weeks, and you're going to feel such a yearning and such a drawing to that. And this card is coming up today to tell you, go after that. It is absolutely part of your path, part of your journey. And if it's perhaps someone where you admire some skill that they can do, take a class or start to study in that direction, read a book, start to learn about what that skill is that you admire so much. So this is going to be an opportunity for those of you who drew this card. And I know the Lovers card can quickly make us think about true love coming into our lives, and that actually might be true for a small percentage of you, but I am feeling like it's more of a opportunity, or meeting someone who's crucial to your path, who's going to have a piece of the puzzle for you. But it is exciting because it's a new path. It's a new thing that's going to just light a fire under you and draw you in a brand new direction, and it's going to be really beautiful. So go after it. Absolutely go after it. All right, for those of you who picked card 2, let's see what comes forward here. For card 2, we have the Knight of Wands, which these cards are kind of dark and hard to see, but hopefully you can kind of make out that image there. And the Knight of Wands here, we see this man on a horse, and it looks like he's got like a candle, almost like a candle flame in his mouth, as well as holding a, I haven't worked with these cards a lot yet. I just thought, oh, how fun. I'm going to do a reading here on the channel with them. But this is a card of motion. There's a rhythm here. There's a sacred rhythm that's happening in your life. For those of you who chose this card, there is movement forward. And if you've been feeling stuck, I love the fire energy of this card. It feels like there's more illumination coming in. There's going to be places where you have felt like it's so dark and you can't figure out what the heck you're doing. You feel like you've been kind of muddling along. You're not sure if you're doing it right at all, or if you're even making it anywhere, if you're just making a mess of things. And this card is coming to say, no, you are absolutely headed in the right direction, and you're going to start seeing some progress unfolding over the next week or two. I love the Knights for the fact that they have horses in them. You know, horses were so important to people, you know, before our generation, you know, 100, 200 years ago. If you didn't have a horse, you didn't have a way to travel easily. So horses were incredibly important, and we don't really see that nowadays because of our modern transportation. But the horse coming into the picture here is, yes, you are moving forward, and you will start to see the manifestation of that movement. And I really feel with the candles in this card too, there's that illumination coming in and starting to understand some things that have really felt dark and hard to grasp in this moment. So I love that energy for those of you who chose this card. All right, one more card, my dears. Let's see, for those of you who chose card 3, what comes forward here. These cards are a lovely size, and they shuffle so nicely. They have just a really nice texture to them and a good card stock. Oh, we have the Ace of Swords. What a lovely energy. So much initiatory energy in these cards, which I just love. So there really is a true new beginning for each one of these cards. It's just in different areas of your life, and it's where, you know, you picked the card, it will be unfolding. So in this card, we have, it almost looks like a chest and like a sword, a hand coming out with a sword grasped in that, I'm saying that kind of strangely, but there's a sword in his hand coming out of a chest, and you can see the sea behind. So I really get this liminal feeling like you are right on a precipice right now. You are right on a threshold, a place where you are going to be moving in a new direction, and where you have been, you will no longer be. But right now is kind of a middle ground. So just trust. You're not really where you've been. You have moved very far through this path that you've been walking over the last few months, but you're not exactly in the new path yet. You are right in between the sea and the land, but trust that there's going to be a brand new thought, a brand new inspiration, a brand new clarity that's going to come through for you in this next moon cycle. Something where you just haven't really known what the next step is, or there will be something in the next week where you're like, I'm just not sure where to go. Just trust that that inspiration is going to come through, and you're going to just suddenly know. There's going to be an aha moment, and that is very Uranian too, you know, with Uranus coming up to this new moon, that all of a sudden just you gain clarity about something, like, oh my goodness, okay, I get it. I see what I was meant to see all along, and everything makes sense. And you know how healing that can be when you suddenly understand something that has been so cloudy and dark and you didn't get it. But there will be an illumination for you that's really powerful. So beautiful cards, my dear ones. If you would like to go deeper with this new moon energy, I'm going to link to the new moon readings in my shop. I'll do 2 this week for those that are wanting to go deeper into the cards and look at these energies for yourself. The other thing that I am offering and just opening up right now, I'm going to do 6 year ahead readings for 2022. So I'm going to go ahead and put those up in the shop. They're a wonderful way to go through each month and to look really in depth at what you need to know to be able to go forward, you know, in ready, armed, intelligent, aware of what the next year holds for you. I go month by month. We draw several cards for each month, and it's just a really beautiful way to kind of unfold 2022 and be prepared for what's coming in. So I will also link those below. I will link, I don't know if you can get this deck right now, but I will link below at least to his website so that you can check out the images and look at that. So thank you so much for watching. It is a treasure and so wonderful to be able to read for you in this way and connect with you all in this way. I'm honored by your presence in my life, and I'm sending you so many Scorpio new moon blessings. Be energized, be excited. There are changes ahead, and things will not be continuing as they have been. I absolutely promise you that. Lots of love, dear ones. Talk to you in the next video.